So are we done here now? I think we're done here now. But we do need a lot of power slugs. So we should actually fly back to base probably and harvest power slugs as we go. Because we've ignored a lot of them. I'm curious about deconstructing wrecks. Okay, so it just gives you basic materials. Well, that's nice. And what it gives you depends on the particular thing. Yeah, like that gives you stators and rotors. That's kind of nice. Alright. I like that. I like that change. Lets you clean up and gives you a little bit extra. Nice. That's a lot more light and sound effects that the power slugs used to produce. So that's kind of cool. I like that. Made them slightly more exciting. It'll make them a bit more obvious to hear as you're moving around when you first start. It's one useful thing about exploring at night, actually, is that the power slugs are much more obvious. There's another wreck that I could deconstruct if I want to, but it's not like I need the materials that they give me now. I think we just go back to base directly at this point. We do need to fetch more power slugs, but I think the best way to do that is to just go exploring fresh in a different area after we've dealt with everything else, because we only need them for our final research. Boink. Okay, what are we at here? I need more dark matter crystals, okay. So we've only got 20. Yeah, 10% of the way there. We kind of knew that was going to happen, I think. And then we've got... You were stopped anyway? We need to find something else for you to do. You have actually run out of pressure conversion cubes, but you've got tons of them there, so that doesn't surprise me. But that means I can grab the soma sloops out of there if I want. You have stopped as well, because we need more of the nuclear pasta. Ah, does that mean we don't need more? I think that might be all that we needed, come to think of it. Based on what we required for our production. So now I've got 9 soma sloops. Because we can, with 10 soma sloops, we can actually build the alien power thing, the augmenter. Yeah, this. Which I'm not sure is going to be necessary, but it might be funny. So I should build it just so I know what it does at the very least. I have some screws on me. There you go. It's not enough to do much productive, but have some anyway. Right, dark matter crystals, and then, yeah, let's put all of those in there and we'll see how many we end up using. I know we needed another 100 superposition oscillators for this. Let's go back across here, because we might now have all that we need for... Well, we don't want to have run out of dark matter stuff either, which we might have done. Are you empty? You're not quite empty, but you're close. You're not getting enough, because you have finished. Yes, you've run out of time crystals and almost run out of these as well. Okay, back to producing superposition oscillators then. So now we need more of these. And I don't have any more sheets on me, but they are coming in because I put them in there. Yep. And then we get rid of these and put these around here again. Unfortunately, that means I'm now using dark matter crystals, and I do need them for other stuff. We're using 12 per minute. So you're producing, well, nothing at the moment because you haven't got enough dark matter. So I need to fire you up again to boost you. Let's actually double it real quick, just to get some back into the system. That's the problem with it just feeding into itself. Okay. That should hopefully have given you a little bit extra in the pipes. Kind of. You know what? We can actually double you. Because we need so many dark matter crystals, I think that's actually a good use of the soma sloops rather than power shenanigans that we don't really need. Okay. Then in here... That's the 128 of those that we need. Good. Well, you now have input coming from both sides again, anyway. And it's way more than what we need from that side, so you can then go back like that. Okay. So we're doubling things down here. Yeah, diamonds are backed up now because I wasn't using them for a while, so that's actually handy. It's a handy side effect, but I really do need more dark matter crystals. 24 per minute, and we need like 4,000 of them for other production purposes. Okay, well, let's go deliver these anyway. And then we'll see what crystal oscillators we've got, which is predicated on the amount of quartz crystals that we had, which we'll almost certainly run out of as well. They were over here. You're empty, but you're the SAM stuff. Oh, you're actually still going. Alright. Cool. Well, there's another 100 of these. Then you over here. Yeah, dark matter crystals. We need to keep you fed. How many do we have of you? 26 now. Okay. Which is, you know, an eighth of what we need, so that's good. At least the numbers that we need isn't too mental for that. Only 200 instead of like 1,000. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 400 of these, so we're almost halfway on those. I have a bunch of Trigon stuff that I don't need. Oh, well, 250 of them can actually go in here, come to think of it. Why not? It's not like I need that milestone, but I've selected it, so I may as well. LCAD sheets, I think I have some down here. Yes, I do. I needed at least 900, I think, so let's grab 1,000 and be done with it. I have extra casings over here. That was the irony of running out in my inventory, because I have so many of the damn things. Alright, and then these maybe I can put away. I do just have room for those, okay. But you're almost actually finished with these. Yeah, your power requirement is quite crazy. That's because you're doubling. We also have you doubling at the moment as well. I am quite surprised that our power network has not exploded. It's very spiky, but it has not yet imploded, so that's a start. Right, well, let's put these in here just to keep you satisfied for longer. How are you, actually? You're, like, full, yeah, because you were producing way more than I needed. 40 per minute. Oh, using 50 per minute now. Huh. Okay, so why are you... Who knows? Whatever. I guess we weren't using it for a while, so it backed up. But now we're just running through the excess. So this is technically another thing that we could increase the production rate of, but I think it's best that we don't for now. It all just ties back to the fact that things are going to take a while from this point. The nuclear pasta is the thing that we want to try and work up. What was the requirement for making synthetic power shards, actually? When did I discover that? Oh, it's technically just an extra thing off here, yeah. Oh, yeah. More power crystals? Yeah. We don't want to do that unless we have to. We would rather find more slugs. Okay, well. I don't think we need time crystals for anything else, but we'll stick them into the milestone. 5,000 LCAD sheets is a lot, but I can probably do that with a couple of trips to my aluminium base. And then 10,000 metal plates. That's a bit more difficult. We don't have a big excess of those at the moment because we were running through them with our production over there at quite a high rate, but it's now backed up again. So we need 10,000. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4,000, I think. $3,800, okay, so I didn't quite count correctly. That's all of those. Let's just stick those in there. I don't think I use them for anything at this point, but they're there anyway. Whatever. Okay, so that's 4,000. Then we just need another 6,000. Just. So they really wanted to make the numbers just ludicrous at this point. Ironically that it's called peak efficiency. Yeah, so that's where we need the 100 power power shards. We only need one spare hard drive, so let's make use of that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2,000 of the 3,000 we need for that. Okay. We are also making metal plates over at our turbo fuel area now as well. So let's go back to our aluminium base first, because I feel there's more power shards in the jungle that I didn't collect. Like up in the trees and stuff. So if I go around and actually collect a bunch of those, then that'll help get towards the 100 that I need for research. And I can pick up 3,000 of the sheets. In fact, let's just fly this distance, because there's probably slugs along the way that I didn't grab. It's definitely a case that you want to make a beeline towards Soma Sloop knowledge early on in the game, so that way you can start doubling a bunch of that sort of stuff really quickly, and just have a massive backlog of power shards so that you just have them for whatever you might need them for. Okay, it seems I must have collected them all along here. Oh, there's a little thing over here. Where's our power lines? Let's just bring you across here. There's a cave underground. I could also use my object scanner to find power slugs as well. Ooh. Okay, you're not really moving. Is there anything here? Okay, kind of. There is a cave of sorts. Huh, well. I want to put this down to be able to continue. Okay, good, that finally disappeared. We want to be able to fly back up again, that's for sure. Oh, it's going to be like uneven surface. It's fine, we have something for that. Does this even go anywhere of interest? Probably not. But just in case. Goes into a water pool. Okay, immersive sphere. Is that it? Is that really everything that's down here? Oh, I see there's another end to the cave over there. Let's put you there, just so we can have line of sight to go across here. You can go where the Mercer was. Then you can go over here. Where does this come out, I wonder? Oh, okay. Over the other side here. Near the radiation area, looks like. Yeah. Yeah, there's a railway. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that came out further away than I realized. Interesting. Well, there's a power slug here anyway. Power slugs. Okay, there's one over this side somewhere as well. Let's get close to our power again. Oh yeah, that was going down, so we now want to go up. Along here somewhere. Ah, down there. It's a yellow one. Cool. You're full. Close enough. Yellow's good. That's worth 4. I'm going to assume that I've been to that wreck. Actually, I don't know if I have. I think I can see some, like, quartz stuff on the ground there. Oh, and it seems that there was another power slug around here that it was actually trying to tell me of. Ah, right here, in fact. Yeah, I still see things on the ground from that wreck. I haven't actually been to this one. crazy. Oh, and it's like super high level stuff too. Fused modular frames? Wow. Okay. What do you need? Cooling units? Plenty of those available. Alright. And then I can deconstruct you for more materials if I really want to, but I don't think I care. Okay. It's just hiding over the hill and I just didn't even see it when I was constructing my power lines. I guess I was focusing only on the hypertube network. Alright, then another one up this way. Oh, there's a yellow one over there, that's what it is. Oh, okay, I need to be flying for this. Flying is more than just a convenience, it just allows you to pick things up from so much further away. It's not just to get around the world. I could have saved myself a lot of trouble if I'd just collected them when I was doing the rounds in the first place, rather than going, oh, I don't need them at the moment, so I'll just leave them be. No, just collect them anyway. They only take up one inventory slot per power slug. Or like, per type, rather. It's a maximum of 3 inventory slots that you're putting aside to collections. It's highly unlikely that you get more than 100. And hey, if you do, good. Maybe you stop at 100, but... There's a purple one over here. Nice. They are the best. There is a wreck here that I have not been to yet. I don't think I even have all that much to get from hard drives anymore, but... Quick wire? Well, thankfully I picked up some quick wire recently. Oh, Ada message.
Fix-It always did underestimate the power of a single cosmic ray flipping the right bit at the wrong time.
Okay. Cool. Is that what causes freighters to crash, is it? Bound to get to my point of having power lines around here again at some point, probably. Somewhere over this direction, it seems. Oh. Must be underneath me. Never mind. Ah, yes. Oh, it's another one of the ones that's hidden. Can I select it without mining the quartz? No, probably not. Okay, well. There was some that were hidden behind coal earlier, I think. There we go. Very interesting. And then something else over this direction. Oh, which disappeared again, so it must also be beneath me. Ah, right, yeah, there's a little cave area down here. Another purple one. Another power slug around somewhere. Ah, okay, yellow. Seems this is just a bit of a dead spot that I never actually... Yeah, my power lines are over there instead. I never just came through the middle. Yeah, now that it's nighttime, I can see power slugs really easily from far away. There's a purple one over there that I already have power lines going past. Oh, this is where it went underground. That's right. Are we getting close to any hypertube networks? I don't think so. Oh, maybe, because now we're getting into the... Here, I'm going west at the moment. Oh yeah, I'm just going to be looping back around. Oh, here's my coal, yeah. Here's coal that feeds into my aluminium production. Easy. Okay. What an odd place for a power slug to be hanging out. Alright, there's a lot of yellow ones around here as well. There's some sand down beneath me as well that I do not need. If you started in the forest area, I guess that would be handy. I don't even know if you can start in the forest area. Things attacking each other randomly. Oh, and I'm back at my power network. Okay, well let's follow this back across here. Over the river. Back to the aluminium base. Alright, let's switch this back to Somas Loop just in case, but we have already done the rounds around here. Sheets, we needed 3,000 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 3,000. You are now completely full. Alright, well, you go into the sink too then. Because that means aluminium will have backed up again, which is not ideal. Yeah. Don't really like it when that backs up. I don't think it causes too many issues. Yeah, I don't think it actually matters too much. Anyway, what else did I need? Metal plates. That's kind of neither here nor there. Let's head back to base now. Drop off our aluminium, make all of our power shards, and check up on all of our other production. Okay, let's drop off all of our sheets. Oh yeah, our drive scan. I went to the wrong place anyway. Alternative plutonium fuel unit. I don't really care about any of this stuff, but I mean, it means I don't need a lot of extra materials. Just uses a conversion cube instead. Honestly, that does seem better. Making conversion cubes is kind of annoying though. Leech Caterium ingots trying to tell us about again. Coated cable, molded beam. Right, none of these are very useful, but we'll just do that. Okay. Put those away just to get them out of my inventory. Not actually using them at the moment. Put the rest in there. Power slugs. So, blues, sure, we'll do those since you were already selected. And then we'll move on to... Actually, we'll just move straight on to the purples, I think, to be honest, because we've got 90 power shards just sitting there in potential that we may as well just grab, and then I can do my research and be done with this. 5 per minute, so it'll take a couple of minutes to process those. In the meantime, let's cast my eye around. You have finished producing over here. You'll be out of dark crystals again, that's right. I guess I can go and see how many I've produced in the meantime. Well, another 400 anyway. It's not nothing. It's a start. So let's dump you over here straight away. In fact, we want to put those in there to get it going immediately. So 54 remaining. And I think that was half of what I needed. I put in 100 and I need 200 total. Okay, so that's a bit of a metric of how our progress is going. Then the nuclear pasta, how much power are you going up to now? 4,500. Nice. And still, it's going to take forever to get through that. Maybe I can make the alien power thing at some point. I assume that boosts my power production. That seems to be its goal. And then I should be able to ramp up the nuclear pasta production. Okay, yeah, now we have way too many power shards. That's a good problem to have. Let's send you making there. Right, our final research. This is the other reason to want to play this before they do too many updates, because they'll just add more things. Bam. Yep, Satisfactory brought it back. Complete all research trees.
Ionized fuel unlocked. The origin story of this extremely efficient type of fuel was so fascinating it resulted into a new joke. I will tell the most popular version. A cow, power slug, and rocket scientist walk into a bar. The rocket scientist wants a milkshake, and so transportation was forever changed.
Brilliant.
Any historical inaccuracies have been removed by the Fix-It Department of Historical Reinterpretation.
Okay, so that actually uses just a power shard. I thought it was just going to use the excited photons or whatever, but it uses a power shard. So you need to set up power shard production in order to produce that as a fuel. And it's not even that much better. 3,600 to 5,000 megajoules. Well, that's not that great, really. Honestly. Yeah. Yeah, it feels like the bottom level of stuff is kind of excessive. You get that in a lot of games where it feels like, okay, the butter zone is around the 60 to 80% of the tech tree. And then the end of tree things are actually not that great. Alright, we can stop doubling turbo motors because I don't think I need any more. I made more than what I needed, it seems. I have a lot of coal on me for some reason. I don't know why. It's just been sitting there. Metal plates. How many do we have now? Not many. Not many at all. It's not really filling up either. Am I actually just using everything that I'm producing? That might be true, because we are sending stuff off this way as well. So if we ever want to do all of our milestones, which we do want to do at some point, then yeah, maybe we want to do something about that. You're producing 4 per minute. You are using 2.5 per minute, though only when you have enough quartz crystals anyway. Which I do have plenty of. Also, you're being soma slooped, and I do not need that. Okay. And yeah, 2.5 per minute. So we can step this down. It's already partially stepped down anyway, but we can drop it down even further. Oh, it's 2.5 per minute. We'll go 3 per minute. There you go. Interesting. And then what's going on down here? You keep running out of iron? Wait, what? 45? Oh, really? We are only feeding in 60. That's, how long's this been going on? Forever, right? I just haven't noticed because my plates have been backed up. That's, oh my god, that's so funny. Because the idea is that we have 25 per minute coming through here. 25, 45, 45 is 115 out of the 120 that's possible. So we only need 30 going off this way, right? But it's putting 60 that way, and then it could only do a maximum of 60 this way. Oh my god. So it's been like that for so long too. Also, we had the iron ore split off to go and produce steel, and we're barely using it anymore. We could also upgrade any one of these mines in order to churn out even more iron to make even more plates if we want to. So you guys are making the 120 per minute that we need to go into here. We could just put an array of more smelters in just to feed more iron. We could even just have a dedicated thing, right? Off one of these. Just splitting off here. We could upgrade you to a double container. I've got enough room that I can just straight up do that as well. And then we can have a second one come off here and just make a ton of metal plates. That said, the amount of time that it's going to take me to finish off everything else, I'll probably end up not having to worry about that, but why not? Let's just do that. Do that. That here, and then we'll have a splitter here. So then we'll need to have... Okay, well first things first, let's get all of this out of my inventory. I do not want that much iron ore just sitting in my inventory. We're going to need smelters times 2. At least 2. Let's line one up there and the other one. Another one there. I keep holding shift instead of control. That's a problem. We'll just do Mark 1. We'll siphon off 60. Iron. And iron. And then constructor. So now we have a merger. Iron plates. Yeah, we could just double all of this. We have the power shards. So we just have another constructor at this point here. And then we have another big container here. And we just do... How is that an invalid shape? So weird. There we go. Cool, and you can just sit there. Right, let's intercept some power. So you can go over here. And then over here. And you'll take a while to back up. Okay, so now we need to have this be Mark II, this be Mark II, and let's just grab a stack, split it, and do 50 and 50, so you don't keep stop starting. And you do iron plates, and wham. Good. This is the sort of thing that I should have done a very long time ago. Just to make sure that I didn't run out of things. But I never did.